Hello and welcome back to Rule 1 Railways. My name is Nathan, and today we are taking a look at the 4th Games Midland Railway 200 class. Okay, so now that I have worked out what the installer was doing, which was, spoilers, it was doing it wrong. Essentially, the installer tried to put the pack on the wrong hard drive. God only knows why, but there we go, here we are. I did it the old-fashioned way and just copied it all across and dumped it in myself, because apparently the installer is entirely and utterly incompetent. Dane at 4th Games has created these little handsome chaps, the Midland Railway 200s. So this is like a fictional colour of one. There it is. What's this? Somerset and Dorset joint blue, is that, I believe? It's quite handsome, really. So you get the Johnson ones and you get the Kirtley ones as well. Different designers, different like details. For example, this is one of the Johnson ones. So these released very recently, only a couple days ago. As of recording, this is the 21st of April. I think they came out on the 16th or the 17th. I don't quite know. Which one do we want? Where is the green one that I liked? Is it this one, a Midland Railway green? Yes, I think that was the one I wanted. So we'll spin that one round. I don't know if we have any, weathered variants. I don't think so. That one looks good. I do quite like the darker colour green on that one. So you get all kinds of ones. You get like a grey one, like this. That's X Works, I suppose. Works grey, they call it. Or I guess we would call it, photographic grey? I think we'd call that now. Craven, which is the same as that one, I think. Midland green, plain green. That's different because the dome's in a different place. Interesting. I kind of prefer this one though, with the dome here. It just looks a bit more. Oh no, I don't want to use the word normal, but better, I suppose. So in this pack, you get some coaches. Here they are. You get a whole load of different ones. You get like horse boxy ones from the when are these from? 18 somethings, 1860s? I don't know. I can't remember. They're nice. Now you do get some generic ones, if I remember. I.e. the ones that don't have like branding. I think it's these teaks, which are very smart, I must say. Now, I do believe, yes, that these have vacuum brakes, although interestingly, the coaches don't appear to, which is curious. The locos do, but the coaches don't. No, there's no vacuum tank under the coach there. Although I do like the wooden detail things there in the wheels. I like that. Is that the brake blocks? Oh no, have we got wooden brake blocks? Are we about to do a James flying down the hill at God knows how many miles an hour and crash? I hope not. So 3rd class teak, that's a first. We should have a second in there, really, shouldn't we? 22-foot 2nd class teak. And then a 3rd class. 20-foot, 22-foot, and 24 feet, obviously. There we go. Now, I don't think you get a brake coach. No, you only get the horse box, which is a little bit odd, I'll admit. Oh, no, there we go. 3rd class brake. We do get them. I'm just stupid. There we go. Third class break. Well, there. 1, 2, 3, 4 coaches. It's a light load. So let's take a look at it in game. Well, there it is. So before we click on it, let's just have a quick look around. Now we're actually in the game properly. That livery is unbelievably smart. I like it because it kind of reminds me of the livery that Corey Hunslet Dorothea wears. It's very, very similar to that, which I think is a very, very attractive livery on a very pretty little engine. You should check out my cab ride video, link in the description. Yeah, that looks really good. I mean, the route is a little bit laggy in that direction. I've got so many engines and stuff down there, so ignore the frame rate for the most part. That's really nice. The textures are very crisp as well. Look at that. Those marks on the outside frames there. I love an outside framed engine. We don't have enough of them in Railworks, really. Looks like we've got inside motion as well. And knowing Dane, that will be animated. Even this has got, like, paint chips coming off the edges there. You're never going to see that, really, unless you go nose in between the frames like I do. Lamp irons on the front, sprung buffers, a nice big vacuum pipe there. How are the coaches holding up? Ooh. Nice scratches on the body sides there. They are the same. You can kind of see that they are the same here as they are here. So maybe it would have been nice to have a little bit more variety, but I can understand why Dane didn't do that. Because he would be there for an eternity. Let's check out this brake coach. Oh, look at the end of that. Looks magnificent. And the safety chains as well. Very nice. Really long buffer shanks on them, isn't there? Is it the same on the engine? I didn't... No, they're big buffer shanks. Look at the size difference between the buffer shanks. Look at the difference between the buffers. My God. Slight height discrepancy there. I don't know whether that's accurate. I can't say. These are really nice. I'm kind of indifferent about coaches having passengers in them and not having passengers in them. Because these are in a station at the moment. And without passengers, it looks a bit odd. But in comparison, if we go to these coaches, I think these are these DT coaches? Not sure. In a siding, with passengers eternally locked inside. So... I don't know what the middle ground would be with something like that. I think, you know how wagons have the option to be loaded or unloaded when you bring them into game? I think that's how we need to do coaches. You click the loaded button, there's passengers inside. You click unloaded, there's no passengers rendered inside. That's how I think we should be doing it. Not that that's Dane's fault, of course. That's just a thing with the game in general. Although this guy does look a little bit... Why does he kind of like Francis from Poldark? Am I the only one who sees that? He kind of... That's creepy. And they're not animated outside the cab either. But I do like how he's holding on to the edge of the cab there. That's a nice touch. Holding on for stability. I like that. Right. Let's click on the engine. Bring up the informations. Very nice. Cab view. Oh, cab view is here. Well, I guess that stands to reason because the cab is such a... I mean, you can't really call that a cab, can you? Look at it. It's barely a cover. Do we have any clicky draggies with Dane? Oh, we do. We have a whistle. Let's do the spacebar whistle first and see what that's like. That's not bad, actually. Is there a little echo at the end as well? There is, very slightly. I like it. What does the B button do? Nothing. V? Oh, okay. Oh, we do get some variants. Nice. I guess I should have the manual up, really, but I quite like exploring it without it. What is that? Is that the water tank filler cap? Well, it must be, because it's a well tank, isn't it? That must be where the water goes. Does that animate if I do Y? No. Shift Y? Control Y? No. Okay. Fine. Very nice, though. Do we have a clicky draggy? We do. Is that dynamic as well? Oh. I like that. That's something that Dane did with the Nielsen box tanks as well. Now, do we have lamps? Gonna be a bit laggy. That's my fault. Control 1. No. You have to press the headlamps button first. Okay, that's interesting. The lamp buttons do nothing, despite the manual saying that... Oh. Okay. Oh, well, alright, it's shift and then the numbers, which is different, and then control to get rid of them. I don't know if I like that. Because normally shift 2 is the heads out cab view. Do you remember there being something in the manual about being able to walk around the cab? I don't know what that button was. It's something that Dane did with the 7F, I want to say. I don't know how to do that, so I'll just very quickly take a look at the manual, have a read up on that, and then we'll have a play with that. Bear with me. Okay, so I'm back. I've actually got the manual up next to me on my other screen. Walk around mode. Forwards, shift and W. Whoa. Oh yeah, there we go. That is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Now it goes... It doesn't go where you're looking. If I go this way and press W, it doesn't work. It goes from the direction of the locomotive, so you need to be facing this way for it to work, which is a little bit kind of confusing, but I don't know whether I like it or not. I mean, it's certainly different. I'll give him that. Full range of motion. Nice and close to the front when you're coupling up, I guess. Kind of reminds me of the mod in Farm Sim, where you can lean in the cab by pressing the shift button. Shift E. Oh god, there we go. So this is what Dane did with the 7F as well. I don't know that I like that mechanic. It's a little... I mean, it's certainly different. No one else has done it before in Railworks. I'll give him that. So it's certainly something new and interesting. I just don't know that I like it. And then lean reset is Control Shift R. So if we do all the way out there and then Control Shift R, you have to hold it and that puts it back very slowly to the upright position. Okay. Not 100% keen on that, not gonna lie. Now, I do remember in the manual that the reverser there, it notches realistically, i.e. you have to get it in a notch, otherwise it won't stay in place. So you can see there, that's locked in at the 73% position, but there, it's not. There's no... Like that. That noise is nice. There's no notch there. So in theory, we get moving, the reverser rod will waggle around and it might well come out of position. Now, do we have an animated reversing rod? Oh, we do. Down here. Look at that. Now that is a nice touch. Again, it's something that's slowly becoming more and more common on locos. Move it into the full forward, but you can see there's the rod here, moving all the linkages there. This, what I thought was the reversing rod, that I suppose is the sanding gear, is it? Yes. That's the sanding gear. Okay, and that, I guess, is the blower. No, that's the ejector. Okay. Right. Brakes off. Large ejector open. We have a button for the large ejector, I believe. J and Shift J, kind of the standard for Railworks. That goes straight into apply, so there's no running position on this brake. I guess you just take it off, leave it open a little bit. Yeah. So off completely, you can see here the vacuum gauge is decreasing. I tap it open, even just a tiny bit, and it stays off. Noted. Do we have a passenger view? Oh, we do. Oh, and you can move all the way around it as well. Oh, I like that. This is the composite coach at the front. I like that. Can we go between them? Oh, yeah, we can. So we are in the brake compartment now, I guess. Oh, no. If I keep pressing the buttons, we might end up in the brake compartment. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now that's nice. Oh, it's a shame you can't open the windows, though. That would be a really cool step. Right. Let's hang out of this window here. So if I press this button twice... No, that one. Oh, that's going to get confusing. I want to go to the other side of the coach. Okay, that's a little bit disconcerting. Fine. Right. So we are in full forward. I don't know if we have a simulated steam chest or not. I guess we'll just go. We do have a simulated steam chest. Here we go. I like the steam leaking out of the ejector there. We have the road. No, we don't. Now we have the road. The signalman was asleep. I'm liking how smooth this is pulling away so far. Get a couple of screeny shots. Yes, we do in fact have animated valve gear. I should expect, oops, nothing less from Master Dane. You can see down here, it's all moving around quite nicely. And the coach sounds are very nice as well. Let's just shut off steam. Very nice. Alright, let's get a shot from the crossing. Maybe this will be the screenshot that I use for the video. Very nice. Right, let's notch it back. What was it? 73, wasn't it? I like these coach sounds. Certainly different. Right, let's see how the reverser lock works. So if I take the lock off, yeah, you can see it moving, look. That is spectacularly well done. So if you take the lock off, you can move it, and then take the lock off, and it locks itself into place. That I like. Right, the limit on here is 20. I don't know how we're going to do in terms of steam pressure. Now that we're on the move, can I take the large ejector off? No. Okay, so you need it open. That's fine. A little bit of a steam leak there. That's fine. So let's get this regulator open a little bit more. Now, it has moved out of the 73% position, but it's not, the reverser's not moving. So I'm okay with that. It's a handsome loco, this. Right, let's see what happens if we chuck some coal in. Oh! We have an animated shovel! I'm kind of annoyed that this... Oh, there we go. You have to click and drag that. That is slightly curious, but alright. I can live with that. I guess it makes sense. You open that before you shovel coal, I suppose. So if I What, Shift R? Or is that on a toggle? Okay, it's on a toggle. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I like it, though. A nice even beat to it. I'll say that as well. Would help if I could drive it a bit better. It's really nice. This is extremely impressive. How much was it? Was it $14.50 or... I think it was about 15 quid from the Force Games Ko-fi store. Link in the description below. Well, went inside a bus then. Terrible driving skills aside, I can't really fault this pack at all. You get so much stuff in it. You get all the variations of the Johnson and the Kirtley logos in loads of different colours, some of which are fictional, and you get all of the coaches with it as well. Also, some of which are in fictional liveries. That's just outstanding. If only I could drive it better. I'm still hemorrhaging steam, but it doesn't matter. We are about to crest the bank anyway, so I'm not that bothered, really. If I were to fire it better down at Lothlorien, I think we would have made it a bit quicker. But that is not a problem. Right, let's get some water in this thing sharpish. You're in a 1 in 100 grade, basically on the level. So we can shut that regulator off quite a bit. We do not need the speed increase. I didn't realise that entire journey I had the dampers closed. If you look underneath the loco when I press the M key, you'll see a light appear and the frame rate dramatically change. So that might count as why our boiler pressure was a little bit erratic. You also open the rear damper by pressing Shift M, and you can see another glow appears and your frame rate decreases even more. I've got both of the dampers wide open. 180 pounds of coal, which according to the manual is over the casual running fire mass, closer to the hard-working fire mass. And my boiler pressure is sitting at 97 psi. Okay, I've got the brake ejector open, but if you look, the generation rate is higher than the usage rate. And then generation rate is increasing, but I'm still at 97.6. Okay, so that was the Midland Railway 200 class by Dane at Forth's Games. Link in the description to the Ko-fi store where you can buy this for yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.